Speaking of Arn, one of the comments I had out of that interview, the shoot interview I did with you, was could you expand any more, have any more stories about your time with the Dangerous Alliance? Because I guess you have a lot of fans of yours from that era when you were with the Dangerous Alliance and Paul Heyman and Steve Austin. And
Yeah. You know what? It's interesting that people talk about it because I don't remember the Dangerous Alliance lasting all that long. Me and Arn were doing a tag thing. And it was working out good because, then I was getting like 40 years old and called the Enforcers. And I wasn't much of a tag guy, but when it came to Arn, for some reason, me and Arn clicked. When we walked out in front of a crowd, the place popped. I mean, you could feel it. It felt like it was in the 70s,
Yeah.
It was, maybe 1970 or 89. But it felt like, it was that, you could feel it. It was great. And then, to me, it kind of ended too quick. I mean, we pulled out some classic stuff with Kaz Meyer and breaking Barry Windham's arm. But it was over good, and it got over, and me and Arn clicked, and it was great doing stuff with him. But then they kind of changed a bit, and all of a sudden it went to this group, the Dangerous Alliance. And I wasn't big on being in a group. I like being a single guy. Tagging with Arn was cool, but I wasn't big on the group. It turned out to be a classic group with Rick Rude in there and then Steve Austin. It was cool because, I knew Steve when he came in, Stunning Steve and this and that. And then all of a sudden, the next thing I know, Steve disappears. And all of a sudden, boom, Steve Austin. He did awesome.
Oh, definitely.
Steve did great. It was like I went, oh my God, Stunning. I was proud of him. I was, man, he was great.
Do you remember much about Rick Rude, who was just inducted into the Hall of Fame this year? He was in the Dangerous Alliance.
I used to golf with Rick. He used to live like a half a mile from me in Georgia when we were doing WCW. So, he'd go golfing, me, him, Sting, and I think one of Sting's buddies, and sometimes Lex Luger. Lex was funny because he was so muscle bound, he was horrible golfing, but every time he golfed, he had a new bag of clubs with different clubs because it couldn't possibly be him.
Right.
Funny bit. But Rick was, it was funny too. One time he had a birthday party for his kid. Oh, he was freaking out. He had a whole backyard set up with, blow-up things and tents, and Batman was on his way. Batman was going to be at the party. And out of nowhere, this big thunderstorm pops up and comes barreling through. And the tents and the blow-up things are flying out of the yard. Rain's coming sideways. All the kids are in the house. And Rick's on the phone cussing out Batman because he's lost in the storm somewhere and ain't showing up. And I bumped into Rick Rude's kid at the Hall of Fame.
Yeah. And
we were talking about that story because it was his birthday. He remembers it. The big